Welcome back to Super Sentai Review, episode 99. Yeah, pretty much I'm discussing episodes 23 and 25 of Dai Sentai Goggle-V. And when I come back after my break, because basically I'm taking a break from watching the Sentai because I'm going to do recent light novels and watching the anime. Which anime, you might ask? You'll find out and see which one when I get to it. Yep. So right now I'm discussing the last three episodes. Now, when I come back to the series, it'll be the 100th episode for this interview series, for this particular review series. Yeah, it's quite weird though, the fact that it's this Sentai that basically gets me to 100. Okay, fine, whatever. Alright, for these three episodes, first up is the Great Soap Bubble Plan. Yeah. This basically involves a crab monster, which... Yeah, and by the way, this episode seems like it borrows a plot thread from Sun Vulcan. Which plot thread, you might ask? A little kid picks up the monster, puts it in his back pocket, and holds his kid hostage later on. I'm like, wow, that is the second time in this run so far that we reuse a plot thread from Sun Vulcan. I don't know why in the world they do that for, but they do. Yep. And the kid's father is basically someone in charge of a water treatment plant. And it's sort of in a way a Goggle-Blue episode. Yes, it's quite unintentional. The fact this is one for him. Okay, fine, whatever. And at one point, the monsters were quite interesting, though. Yeah, this crab monster is actually quite ingenious. Like, for someone being evil. Like, he decides to upgrade himself. This was his idea. So, if he fails, blame the monster. Don't blame the general. Blame the monster. It was all his idea. So, he shoots, like, little crabs armed with these little devices that create more of these bubbles. Basically, the plan is to basically make sure humans have use of water. I'm like... Wait, they just had this plot thread just a couple episodes ago. The last time was fish. Now it's water? What's next? Chicken? Yeah. Excuse me. It's like, wow, we just reused this plot thread. So yeah, 2 used plot threads for this episode. Robbing humanity of something, and a little boy picking out the monster as a thing and putting it in his back pocket. At least that he's not hiding in the back pocket a lot of the time. And also, he's not a freaking cockroach. Yes, that's what the creature was in Sun Vulcan, a cockroach. This is a crab. Like, when this little boy questioned, why the heck would a crab be in the middle of a street? Doesn't bother question it. Nope, not really. It's by far one of the most weirdest things for this character. Now, as for, they do in fact beat the monster, and it does take a bit of a while. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention though, when they had about the Cactus Monster, that was the first one to do some damage to the cockpits of the Goggle Robo. Yeah, first one, when they fire like those spike missiles, goes right through the metal, right to the cockpit, causing them damage, but typical Sentai. Next episode, it's all fixed. Yep, and I want to know how the heck this lab is being funded. How Dallas Defense is doing this? Nope, I think it's some so he must have some benefactor. What's they never reveal here. Yep. Next one, defeat the unseen enemy. And we have another used plot thread. Basically, the monster holds the kid hostage. Yep, we just had this the last episode. Basically, the kid character for this episode. You might be curious though, which one of the Rangers is this focus for? I believe this one for Goggle Red. Yes, Goggle Red. This is basically his episode. Yep. So, yeah, they by the way, how Goggle-V finds out about this monster? Like, oh, this monster's committing robberies. Okay. How they find out that this is actually a monster's home with Death Dark is by a kid taking a picture of the damn thing. Yep. So, a monster that's invisible is somehow not invisible to a camera. And it's a chameleon, by the way. First time I could think of actually a chameleon monster. I thought that was interesting. Yes. As far as I can tell, this is the first they've ever actually done that I can think of. Yep. And they even had one point where the kids trying to turn the creature. I'm like, wow, this is another plot thread. Monster turns people into something similar to it. We just had this a few episodes ago. What is up with this series for using plot threads? Like, we're using the same exact thing. In the case this one, at least they waited a few episodes. The other one was just last episode. Jeez. Yeah. Yeah, and the plan was simply, rob all the gold. What purpose? Don't know. They specifically say just commit some robberies. The case last one at least has some stakes to it. This one, not much stakes. Aside from the fact he's basically committing grand theft. Like, what was the purpose of this particular plan? Don't know, because they don't go detail into it, and well, the monster's defeated at the very end. As for the last one, this one actually is quite interesting. This is called Dinosaur is a Devil's Emissary. Yeah, this basically, the monster one is a freaking pterodactyl who can also spit fire and it can fly. Yeah, it shows the fact that they also have a jetpack. Also, when the Goggle-V fight it, they debut a move that I don't think they ever used prior to this one. Goggle Sky, which involves Goggle Red flying in the air. I'm like, what the heck is this? Just because the monster's flying, so let's have a move on the fly. They make him fly for some reason. At least the plot of this episode is interesting at best. A kid who apparently wants to become a biologist just wanted to separate his class briefly to do something on his own. And he falls into a cave, just happens to have a bunch of dinosaur eggs. What type of dinosaur, you might ask? A pterodactyl. Yep, a pterodactyl eggs. Where do these eggs come from? Deathstalker created them. Yep, that's pretty much the whole purpose of this. Yeah, and wow, it is so. They weren't hiding the fact they actually were behind this. It's like, kid finds in the cave, and there's Deathstalker and Maskua in the episode. Oh, here's the thing about this episode. Normally watch the episode from their website. I had to go a different one for this one because the website I was watching the previous episodes for, apparently the subbing wasn't there, so I had to go a different website. I'm not saying which one. That people might think I might go this one, but I'm not going to say which one because I do not want to get shut down. So I had to go to this website because no subtitles. Because I'm hearing this language and I do not understand what the heck these people were saying. So kid finds out and he gets injured. Injures his head and apparently breaks his leg in the process. Though later on, apparently the Rangers apparently the Goggle-V want to find the damn thing. Thanks to the kid, they're able to find no problem, and of course they have a pretty good battle with it. And heck, even when it was in giant size mode, that's something quite unusual. Like when it goes to his robot and he has his own robot. At one point, it does something it never done before. The Goggle-V robot unmerges. Yes. I'm like, what? Why the heck would it do this? I kind of suspect it did have this ability, but it never shows ability before. The whole purpose of doing this? Just a few launch reaction attacks, remerge, defeat the monster. That's that. Yeah. Few interesting episodes, I'd say. 2 out of 3 actually were pretty interesting, exciting, good grip ones. Not the case 24. No, it's okay, just an okay episode. Yep. But that's going to be pretty much it for the moment for Super Sentai Review. Yep, I'm going to end it here. Next video you probably will see is a comic corner. That'll be probably it for today. Which anime I do next? Well, you'll find out and see. Okay, next video. Bye.